guys, welcome back to Extremely Annoying. It's Benny from the Marshall. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about Penny. Let's talk about the Penny situation. You guys have heard of the Daniel Penny situation. He was just released. His verdict is not guilty. Obviously, a good Samaritan who did some good in the world, and people have an issue about it, mainly the BLM. The BLM is a industry plant. I don't even know if that's the right term, industry plant, but I am saying that they are planted to create division, I feel like, because this situation of the Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely situation is not a racial situation. Sure, Daniel Penny is a white guy. Sure, Jordan Neely is a black guy. But it is not a race issue. Jordan Neely, who unfortunately passed away, was threatening people on a subway in 2023. If you haven't heard this story, I guess I should start from the start. Jordan Neely, who's a street performer, performs a lot on the train, was one day on the train saying some crazy shit about harming people, killing people if they don't give him food or money. It's really sad to hear that. He's looking just for food or for money. It's sad, but what are you doing on the subway, bro? Go to the subway restaurant and ask for food. Like, he's on the train because I feel like the only reason he's on the train is because he knows while it's in motion, there's no cops around. Because in New York City, mind your business. Unless you're an officer of the law, then they're definitely not gonna mind their business, right? You know, and he felt like he could take advantage by bullying, helpless people on the train. You know, possibly mainly women, to get some money out of them.
揸棵松我個嬸出嚟！你個樣咁兇狠做咩啊？諗住抽得贏我啊？我讓你一拳都仲得啦，打我啊！
And that's what he was doing. He was threatening people's lives. He was saying that he's going to harm people if they don't give him money or food, and that's according to several witnesses. So this man, Daniel Penny, a former Marine who served this country, was on the train and saw that and decided to take it upon himself to restrain Jordan Neely. And not only did Daniel Penny restrain Jordan Neely, so did other passengers of the train, other good Samaritans. They held his hand down, so there was a couple of people there. And when the cops came to take over and Jordan Neely was unconscious, they checked his pulse. He was still alive. Now, and the autopsy, and I think I butchered that word, I don't even know if I said it right. The autopsy showing that Jordan Neely was on drugs. And there might be, that very likely might be a main factor to why he suffocated after the fact that his heart just died. Now, at the beginning, the person that was doing the autopsy reported that the death of Jordan Neely was inconclusive, but then later on changed it to suffocation. That he suffocated, and they said that he suffocated because of the choke. But again, like he had a pulse. According to reports, officers did not want to give him any mouth-to-mouth or try to bring him back because they were afraid it might attract any type of STDs that this man may have, Jordan Neely may have. That's fucked up, but it's, again, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like it is fucked up, but at the same time, like, who knows? Like, it's really a risk you're taking. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about that particular point. I think it is fucked up, but I don't know. They could have saved this man's life, but they was afraid. I guess that's reasonable. Honestly, I don't know. But the whole situation is clearly not a race issue. Clearly. Daniel Penny thought he was doing the right thing by restraining this man, putting him in a chokehold, from refraining him from harming people. Trying to refrain him from harming people. That's a good cause. That is a good intent. That's a good Samaritan. The BLM is trying to make this a whole big issue of race. I don't get why. There's real problems like police brutality. There's real problems like, police violence, unnecessary violence against citizens, harassing citizens. And a lot of those people who are being harassed and targeted are mostly black people. So that is a real thing. Right? We know of Sonia Macy's in Illinois that was shot and killed to death by a police officer, a racist piece of shit. after calling them for help. We have people like Jordan Neely, who suffers from mental illness, has a whole history of it, who's not getting the help that he needs. There's other reports. Reminds me of another person who had mental illness. He was schizophrenic. I don't know how to pronounce that word, which is why I did that. I don't know. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's schizophrenic. Anyway, he decapitated his own mother. He wasn't getting the help that he needed. You know, and people like that who suffer from these mental illnesses, if they do any crimes, they're literally like released the next day, not too long. Like they get a slap on the wrist and they're back on the street, and they're not getting the help they actually need. Yeah, BLM should address that issue. This is real issues, more than try to create a whole issue out of nothing, because there is no issue here. This is not a racial issue. You know, if it was me, bro, personally, if I was on that train and Jordan Neely was acting all crazy and shit, I would have probably choked the living shit out of myself. I'm trying to be as sensitive as I possibly can, but I'm saying, bro, if I'm on my back and this man just threatened to kill me and I have him on a chokehold, I'll be doing this right here. I'll squeeze him like a freaking toothpaste, like try to make the lid pop off. I'm just saying. I feel like anybody would have done that. Honestly, it doesn't matter what race you are. You know, this man is unfortunate because nobody in the train knows his history. They don't know this guy has mental illness. They didn't know he's sick. You know, they hear him threatening their lives and saying that he doesn't care about his own life, making the threat even more legitimate and more serious, and giving him more reasons to be taken serious. So, you know, the BLM are like vultures, allegedly, I feel like, and they were trying to capitalize off this man's death, I feel like, because we do know about the ex-co-founder of the BLM, who stole a lot of money from the donors and bought houses and mansions and shit.
Are standing behind her, which is incredibly interesting. And you pointed to something really important. You know, these corporations that are pouring millions and millions of dollars into Black Lives Matter, and you're correct, they said we raised more than $90 million. How much more, we will never know, but $90 million, of which $21 million apparently went to, according to Black Lives Matter themselves, it went to building the black movement. Like, I don't even know what that means. $25 million going to building a black movement. Apparently, the black movement was Patrice moving herself, a black woman moving herself into other areas of the communities of people that she claims are oppressing black Americans. She's fearful of white people. White people are so bad. Well, why doesn't she want to live amongst black people? Why is she choosing to move herself into an all-white neighborhood? These are important questions.
And also, you know, employed many of her family members and gave them money. So, you know, it's human, like people are people, man. There's good ones, there are bad ones. I'm not saying anything bad. I think the BLM, the Black Lives Matter, is a good movement. I believe it can do good, but I feel like the people who are appointed, people who are put in place by someone who's playing, you know, the puppets. They're the puppets. They're trying to create division, trying to create problems where there isn't any, you know. Instead of focusing on real problems, they're trying to create it to make this a race issue. Come on, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I swear to God, it doesn't. And this guy that I'm about to show you, like, what the hell is he talking about?
Just like everybody else has vigilantes, we need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Vigilantes? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you? Oh, everybody has a vigilante. It's not an MCU. It's not DCU, bro. Come on. There's no Superman. There's no Batman. Maybe there is. I mean, there's a guy in Seattle, I think, named Phoenix or something like that. But anyway, point being is, come on, you're insane. Matter of fact, that's a great idea. Yes, let's have more vigilantes. Yes, instead of saying mind your business, right? Because that's usually the saying in New York City. Mind your business. Let people get robbed. Let people get stabbed. Let people get killed. That's literally, you know, what it's all about. Mind your business. Yeah, let's not mind our business when we see somebody about to harm someone, or when we see a girl about to get or getting beat up by her boyfriend or husband. You know, or when we see a guy trying to rob a fucking store, or that doesn't even matter if he's just stealing shit. Let's stop him. Let's not, yeah, let's create vigilantes. Yeah, I'm butchering the words so badly in this video. Vigilantes. I think I said it right. I think that's a great idea. But what does he mean? I think he didn't mean it like I'm trying to mean it. Like, let's try to stop crime. I don't think he means it like that. I think he just means, let's choke the shit out of white people. Let's just, any random white person, choke it. I'm a vigilante, you're a criminal. Like, was that what he's talking about? I don't fucking know. People are going crazy these days, man. It's fucking insane. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to sleep.